G'day people, Concerned Aussie here, just an average bloke with an average phone that just makes some little videos of himself speaking shit. Anyway, some of the fallout from this rally that was on the weekend. After watching some commentary, after talking to some other people, after trying to evaluate myself and how I can be a little bit better and helpful, because I'm certainly not perfect. I'm just a dickhead with a phone. That voice just speaks up a little bit. I'd way rather other people do it that are more articulate and can speak better and, you know, that are better than me. Unfortunately, there's not enough of us doing it. So I'm having a crack. Okay, so anyway, I think there's far too much focus on immigration, and when we do that, it easily gets sidetracked and derailed by racist. I don't give a far out about that. But that's what happens. Lots of people, as soon as that racist word comes out, lots of people go to water. Okay, so this is how I see it. There's a lot of reasons why people are feeling the pinch. There's a lot of reasons why people are upset. What happened on the weekend was just a really good excuse for average people who have never gone and voted with their feet, i.e. gone to a rally before or a gathering, whatever you want to call it, protest, etc. The professional protest movements, so-called freedom revolution groups, etc., they didn't really get involved with what we seen on Sunday. Okay? So I've had my little rant about them the other day, and I'm just thinking with a little bit cooler head now, I would like to see more of these rallies. And after speaking to a good mate of mine last night who went to his first rally ever on Sunday, good on you, mate, and he took a couple of mates as well from a different circle of friends, and they had a ball. They loved it. He's prepared for the next one. They're prepared and looking forward to the next one. He's got a megaphone, etc. So, and this is after our chat. It's an addictive feeling. It's like, I don't know, I don't go to the footy games, but I imagine it's like when and I can see how like soccer hooligans or, you know, people who support your favourite team and you want to turn up all the time and you're cheering and you're yelling and rah, and you come away from there because there's other like-minded people. To me, that's what it's about. And that's the feeling that I get, and that's the feeling I remember from the convoy to Canberra and all those anti-lockdown rallies that I've been to in the past. Okay, so I really like that. Now, and then you see the arrogance of some of the media, and you see the arrogance of the politicians trying to pretend that it's all neo-Nazis and they were the ones who organised everything and blah, 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 blah. And you see the media just trying to show a little bit of violence. To me, those little scuffles, that's not even violence in my opinion. Violence is a real proper thing and it hurts people seriously. We didn't see serious violence, okay? That was just little scuffles. If we don't change anything, this is going to get worse, okay? And when you do see these so-called Nazi groups, and no doubt there's guys there that are, you know, well, they're calling themselves National Socialists or Nazis, so you got to mix in every village. Or every group of people. There's going to be all sorts, and as Australians we're going to have dickheads from both sides of politics and all over the place. There's people that don't like me and think that I'm a dickhead and I'm a redneck and racist and misogynist, and I've been called every ist and ism under the sun, okay? And there's people that I don't like. I can't stand weakness, okay? I can't stand weak people. And these people who whinge and sook and dob on people, I can't stand those sorts of people. I like stand-up blokes, stand-up people who aren't afraid of talking their mind, There's nothing worse than someone who just doesn't say anything and then just goes and has a sook behind your back because they're too gutless to front you, okay? And I know it's not in everyone's nature to be upfront. So, and I'm not the most upfront, but I'm upfront enough to make videos like this and post them, and my skin's thick enough that I can take a bit of criticism, and I'm gonna fire back. Okay, so anyway, 6 minutes off track. Basically, the underlying issue here is, if we had a fair dinkum government that looked after and put Australian people first, there would be no need for these marches. It's shit-run governments, and whether it's the cost of living or there's so many things. That's why I ask people, everyone's different. That's why I was asking people to have 5 different talking points and 5 reasons why you're out, okay? Because we've been let down for so long. The grievances are so vast and so broad in spectrum that the problems that people are feeling and angry isn't just immigration. It's not just one or two things. It's a whole broad spectrum of them. So how about, instead of going down the only immigration thing, the cause of all of our problems is the way the government's been treating us and the way the government's run. Our taxation method, by giving the richer people just a full green light to get away with not paying tax, where the average bloke, through income tax, through GST, through registrations, through water bills, through electricity bills, we're paying tax left, right and centre. And if you do smoke cigarettes and you do drink alcohol, you're paying even more tax again for all of those things. And if you do have hobbies that have consumables, you're going to be paying even more tax again. So the better of a person that you are, and the more goods and services that you buy, the more tax that you're paying. Okay, so we're getting taxed too heavy. The cost of living's going up too much. Energy's too expensive. Fuel's too expensive. So it's the way that our taxation system and our government spends our money. Don't even get us to... I'm not even going to start on defence and the waste of money on that, but defence is only a small portion of the wasted revenue, okay? Our, all this NDIS shit, there's a definite need for it, but it's a rort. People are getting rich off it. Same with all the healthcare providers, whether it's elderly, whether it's special people with needs. There's vultures in there that are swooping down and taking advantage of it and making themselves rich. And minimalising their tax while they're getting rich, Same with the housing, So it's been so mismanaged for so long. Lots of people are angry and it's unfair. And this is the politics. This is the politics in it all. It's unfair that people who are genuinely upset and find a reason to come out and march, then the camera's thrown into their face and they've never spoken before, and they say something a little bit too divisive, a little bit too near racist, that gets all the airtime, and it makes genuine reasons and genuine people seem like the worst people in the world. Okay? But at the moment in Japan there's rallies, in England obviously there's rallies, in Indonesia there's rallies, and people have been dying in their protests, and it's turning into a bit of a fight. You know, there's everyone around the world is furious with their governments. The US, everywhere, Europe, and we have to be careful that these people that we don't like, and we don't like the way that they're running our countries. There's a bigger picture here that we can easily get dragged into a really big war. So the last thing in the world, and we're in a unique point of time now where people, whether you're in Australia, Indonesia, America, Germany, England, wherever you happen to be around the world, and I think there was some shit going on in Serbia as well at the moment. I've worked with lots of Serbs, and I've had a good chat with Serbs about this. Us everyday bloke and man and woman who just wants to have a family, live our lives out, we should refuse to fight for these fuckheads. Sorry, I'm trying not to swear as much anymore, but we shouldn't be this is our opportunity to talk amongst ourselves over social media platforms, and as citizens of the world, we should be saying no to these greedy, rich, self-centered people that manipulate our taxes, manipulate our lives, stir up hatred, mainstream media, to turn all of us against each other so they can manipulate us and control us like puppets. Okay? So hopefully, if I can do anything, we got to be more strategic the way we talk. We need a strategic plan, and the status quo in all of our governments has to change. It's not immigration, it's not the cost of living, it's the way that our systems run, and we need a political revolution in this country. It's over time that we give somebody else a shot, okay? Some people have got Pauline Hanson derangement syndrome, like other people have Trump derangement syndrome, and, right-wingers hate the left and blah, 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 okay? I try not to, number one, I'm not into big labels and shit like that, and I get pissed when someone tries to put me into a basket. Okay, I'm just a man. I just do my own thing. People don't know what's going on in my mind, and I'm not interested in what's going on in others. All I want to do is live my life and enjoy myself. And under this current regime that we have, I cannot enjoy myself. Okay, I cannot be happy, and I cannot do the things that I want to do. So, I'm watching my country go to shit. Political correctness and red tape, bureaucracy has destroyed everything. SES, rural fire, our military, education, our hospital systems, everything is just really, really crap. Okay, I'm going to cut it off. Here. There's always time for more videos. Okay, see you guys.